Morris Plains Rotary for about a week. And they have a big float in Washington County. St. Patty's Day parade outside of New York, I guess, New Jersey. They asked me if I would be a leprechaun. I don't know what that means. And the Patty's come to their prison with this thing. That's why I was there. Wasn't it? They have the costume. I said it like a dream. You gonna do happy dollars? $50. Raise your hand, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hide it.
Right.
I have $3 happy. Rolene's 80. It was just. Bill just turned 80.
Oh.
And Dave Morgan just turned 80. There are young people that look 40.
Well, mine is for 80 to 7. Anyway, happy birthday today. Thank you. It's good to be there. Happy my 80th birthday. 21st. I got a birthday card from my younger sister. On the cover it says, "Happy birthday to the best brother ever." You open it up, it says, "When you're not being a dick."
Your sister did that. Okay, Aaron, I'm on my way.
I have $5. Because there's 5 times happiness here that I'm able to be here today because of what happened to me on the 15th. A TIA event like that where I did existed, and within 15 minutes after the event, everything went away and back to normal. All tests came back clear. So very happy to be here. I hope I can have
Very low level.
It's been a piece of plaque breaks off in one of your arteries. It makes it to your brain, and have a mini stroke. And I lost all use of my left hand. Right, my left hand fell off the steering wheel into my lap. I had no control of it. I pulled over. Told my wife I had a problem. She called 911. The ambulance came in 7 minutes. They had me pick me out of my vehicle. Took me to New Hanover. By the time we got out on 17, it was about 10 minutes. Everything had returned to normal. My blood pressure went to 260 over 140. And what happens, your body tries to clear that. Blood pressure goes up. When they get a CT scan, high contrast MRI, echocardiogram of the heart, they found no damage, couldn't find anything, couldn't find the reason why it occurred. And they said a lot of times you never know.
Where did that piece of plastic go? Okay.
It could have dissolved because of pressure. Or
That's a happy dollar for my birthday. It's my 74th. I'll be a fan of it. So, but I have a little story that goes along with it. A while ago, I saw on Facebook, which I'm coming back to work from. So go on there. But there was someone that had donated thing for their birthday. They had, well, instead of him to be a present, you could donate to this cause. So I said, how do I got to lose? It's coming up in like 3 weeks. So I made up this thing to donate to Matthew's ministry. Instead of him being a president. And before the day was over, this was just yesterday, the day before, not on Facebook, just sign up, do the thing, and then get back. Or you can donate to Matthew from my thing. By the way, I have to sign up. That's right over here. Great.
John,
I like one of the newest members here, so I'm gonna try to reach for seniority by saying I'm 82, so I need to have some respect for the younger people.
Hi, couple. Happy New. A couple weeks ago, we celebrated my wife's parents' 75th wedding anniversary. It's quite a number in Cincinnati that Montgomery did. Montgomery did.
We used to take our clients down to Cincinnati.
Oh, fantastic group there. And the $2 is we're closing on the house up in Sparta. And we wanted a place in the mountains. And Sparta is one of these godforsaken areas that is not frequented by all the other people. But it's beautiful. It sort of reminds me of Shangri-La. If you remember the old movie way back when it came over the mountain, and it's a beautiful valley down below. And when you cross the Blue Ridge Parkway, and look down at the valley in there. So we bought a place in the middle of town and closing on it tomorrow. And so I have someplace. No Sparta, New Jersey, no Sparta, Michigan.
Or Sparta, Wisconsin.
Sparta, Wisconsin.
okay, Peter has another one.
For Mary's birthday coming up this week.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's another story real fast.
Oh, okay.
All of you see it's wonderful life, correct? Okay, Don Collins, that goes to church here, was the baby in the play in It's a Wonderful Life. And there are just a few of them living now, and they had a reunion tour. You see them. Oh, he's done a program of a year. He's a wonderful person. Really.
Yes, there's a family argument
Yeah.
between Don and Ron. They're identical twins.
They are.
They're not real sure who is in. Don makes the claim because he's the younger brother by 5.
Well, one of them was staying here.
Yes. But they're both getting the same royalties.
But we have that program. You love to hear the show about.
I would, but I think, both of them had to be, because at that age, you couldn't be on the morning.
Yeah.
I
It
think
would be kind of neat to have both of them. It's very hard to tell.
I think President Sean has a happy dollar. Okay, so I have everybody.
Oh, great.
One. And I have one other happy dollar, and I'm just gonna throw this out there now. I'm gonna step down to something for the next year, not now, next year. So we sent out an email to everybody that had open position.
And her side, it's not on the table.
Well, maybe whoever's stepping away to be straightened out.
And she says it's a great way to get to know everybody.
It is, I mean, that's how I met more people than my old world. This is right now.
Okay, I left, Did you want to talk?
Yeah. Okay. Well, for the quarter that we're in right now, the third quarter of the Rotary year, we completely revamped the invoices that you're gonna see. Sean sent out an email last week, maybe. We got 4 new categories that we're using. RI and district dues, Paul Harris, meals, and club dues, and that's only money. Club dues are money just for the club, nothing else. So that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see those set of categories now. The RI and district dues are $38, and they go in the category called that. Paul Harris is $34. The meal charge is $10 a meal or 12 meals a quarter for $120. Club dues are $20. So that raised the total cost $14, and that has been approved by the board. So what you're going to see is those 4 categories now, and so $38 in this, so and so and so and so. But you're going to see a difference too, because DAC TV is set up for Rotary, and it's set up to make payments to for the most common things like Paul Harris. They expect everybody to be donating to Paul Harris, but some of our members, 4 or 5 of them, don't donate to Paul Harris through the billing system. They donate to Paul Harris over the internet. Yeah, over the internet. So somehow you've got to take that off of those people's bills. So what people like that are going to see is they're going to see a $34 charge, and then right after that they're going to see a $34 credit. So you're going to see that, and you may wonder why that is. So that's just nullifying the charge for those 5 people that donate over the internet. I'm just wondering if you had any questions. This question is Paul Harris. Full 34 goes to Paul Harris. Originally, I thought, I'm probably wrong with it, that it was $25, and I'm like, $25, $100 a year. But 10 years, you got Paul Harris. Paul Harris. 30 years. Yeah. They got it to,
What happened is the $100 is still, we're making the way to the fire associate, but the 125, we have to average per person to qualify for grants.
okay.
And that's why it went up.
That's fine.
But yeah, that's why it went up.
Yeah, that's what it's now 30. Like Paul Harris. Yeah. It's always, And the other thing I'm going to, it took me quite a while to get this worked out because this is pretty complicated. So I got a lot of help from the support on that TV, but I will be sending out the bill next week sometime. So watch for it. It'll come in the email, kind of check your emails every day so that, it doesn't get slipped by. I know everybody's getting a lot of emails, but watch for the bill. And if you know that you're going to be gone on vacation for a couple of weeks or something like that around the billing time, if you could just let me know so we won't be calling you every day wondering when you're going to pay or whatever. That would be great. So, thanks.
Sean and I attended the scholarship luncheon at ECC, and I have a picture of Sean and I with our student, which I will ask about.
Yes, the news change doesn't have to be approved by membership, or I don't think that board of directors can act
talking about it, there were enough members here as well
Well,
to have a quorum.
okay.
So that's why they didn't put it out again. But if we want to vote here now, we can.
Let's make it unanimous. Let's just make it unanimous with acclamation. All in favor? Aye. There are no opposed. that I heard of.
Okay.
All right.
Move past.
It has passed.
Okay, so now everybody's,
That's 20 people. That's 20 out.
okay. All right, Ted, did you have your hand up a minute ago? No? Okay, all right, January meetings. The church has taken place, and they made an exception for today because it was ordered, but they do not want us serving food the rest of the month. That's part of the effort to kind of control as much as we can. And all that. Because apparently with the Omicron that stays in there 24 hours, something like that, we'll have our mask off to eat. They would prefer us not to. They haven't made that mandatory, but I feel like it's kind of, if that's an issue with taking them off to eat. So, anyway, so the question is, do we want to be here with no food? Find another location where we can eat, or go to Zoom only. So we have 3 options. Does anybody have an opinion? Which everybody does, I'm sure.
I just have one note that January 19th, law enforcement bureau reports, which is scheduled here.
Yeah.
I don't care whether we eat or not. Start taking.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very hard to find a place. Yes. Especially with the police for that thing. So my suggestion is we come here, no food. I was thinking if we wanted to eat later, we go out lunch something before, but that's changing time. So I would go that we stay here without lunch for the next 3 weeks.
And made it 12:30?
Yeah.
I mean, that's really our meeting time, so, or do you want to still come at 12 and that's social time? Yes. Okay, so how about this? Does anybody disagree with any of that? No. Okay, so do we want to, just show hands, if you want to come at 12, we still have a social time, raise your hand. Okay, so we're gonna come at 12. So,
Wait, I don't think they understand personally.
We had Christmas and having that, several people got COVID, and unfortunately, the 2-month-old got sick. That's a really painful process, and my own grandchildren are under the. I probably won't be coming until this week.
okay, now we are doing the Zoom. Ted, Mark, y'all hear okay? For my part? Say yes. They were having a whole conversation amongst themselves on the TV screen.
I don't think they heard.
I don't think they heard them.
Are you muted?
I am, but that's not.
I don't think you're.
All right, can you guys? I'm behind us. Can you guys hear me? No? Well,
Raise your hand if you can.
they're shaking their head no, but they can hear earlier, so I don't know what's happening.
I can't hear anything. I couldn't hear any of your discussion, whatever it was you voted for. I couldn't hear anything.
I couldn't either.
Okay. Okay,
I can hear Ted.
that is so funny. Okay, can you hear us now?
I can
Yes,
hear you, Sean.
yeah,
Okay,
but evidently there was an important discussion. I have no idea what it was about.
we can't have food at the meetings for the rest of January. So what we just voted on was one, that we're gonna meet at 12:30 here with no food. Because we have the police thing coming up in about 3 weeks. The other thing we voted on was the change in the dues. The day the board voted on it, we had enough people here that we had enough for a quorum from the membership, but we went ahead with everybody here and asked them to approve it.
Okay,
All right, so
what's the reason we can't have food anymore?
they're trying to control the Omicron and COVID going through everywhere. Because apparently the Omicron will stay in the air 24 hours and they don't want people taking their mask off to eat.
Oh,
So,
so it's a weight reduction program.
yeah. Yeah. Okay,
John,
yes.
if we have enough time, I probably we
Oh, that's a problem.
I mean, do you think they could allow us to get February? If that's the case, I'll go with the chief this afternoon. And I think it's a lot easier.
Okay,
Program for the 19th anyway. That would be good. So, Rick, you hear that?
can you hear them? No? I'll relay to you guys. They're talking about moving the police thing from the 19th of January to sometime in February so we can have food.
Okay,
Okay, so they're gonna try to move it.
okay.
Yes.
So,
And I'm gonna figure out what's going on with the microphones.
I have a question.
Yes,
Might we be allowed to have food there at the church after the end of January?
that we believe so.
Okay. There in February with food. Maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
As of right now, they're saying we can't.
Okay.
Okay. All right, the next thing we need to talk about is the Rotary International Dinner on January 11th. We had about 15 of us that were gonna go. I know what Mark, when we talked about getting the church van. So I guess my question is, one, do we still all want to go? And the second question is, do we want to get in a van that close together? Right, okay, so Clay's not gonna go, yeah. Okay, that's. Mark, you were gonna drive separate, right?
I have jury duty next week.
Oh,
And so I don't know what time I'll be able to leave the county. And so I'll probably just drive right up from there.
okay.
just a short, small tour of bank. Say, and they're done. It's done. Are they really?
Okay, do we want a carpool rather than the van? Okay, all right. All right, so those of us that are going, we can get together and decide who's riding out.
Okay, so who I have going is Mary, Susan, you, Brenda, Bob, Bill, Dave, Darrell, me.
Okay, all right, the next thing we need to just to put it out there so we can do some thinking before we get back together. We need to be either doing some kind of fundraiser or some kind of service project. We need to be out in the community doing something. So if you have any ideas, just email them to me, call me, text me, and then we'll try to put something together. Because I really do think we need to be active.
I left. Been trying to follow Gene's matter. They've been sick. And, we pushed it back. And, all, are also going remote. Unless we get some break on that. Right now, and we've got more weeks before we develop.
Okay, we don't have an answer from the college yet for Chefs of Brunswick. So we may not be able to do that one. That's the update there. That's a Paula.
Yeah, I just would like to let everybody. The event is still on.
Mark, I'm going to leave the meeting. I can't hear a thing.
Me either.
It's just waste of time. We've got guests just came, so
Yeah.
I'm going to leave.
All right. Give my best to your guests and your wife.
Thank you. Take care.
Enjoy be sure to drink from the Fountain of Youth.
If it'll help.
Hey, can't hurt.
Yep. See ya.
See you, Ted. Are you all looking at me?
Is that any better? Nope.
Sean, I can hear you when you talk.
Okay.
It's not picking up anybody that's more than like 5 feet away.
Yeah. Okay, I'll work on that some for next week. All right, so Paula, you and John have the program and I need to let you have it. And by the way, that clock is fast, in case everybody's wondering. It's only like 2 minutes after 1.
Can I say one quick thing before you start your program?
Yes,
Can you all hear me?
yes.
I got an update about the Navajo water project that we reported. in early 2020, the Navajo leaders shut down the reservations because they were being hit really hard with COVID. And so the people working on the project pivoted some and got some emergency approval from the Rotary Foundation to change their plan a little bit. And as soon as they opened up the reservations, Dig Deep and the people there, the Rotary Club in Sedona, started installing above ground water tanks. They could be insulated so they wouldn't freeze, and began to install those at the homes in the reservation. That accomplished two things. It increased the ability for people to wash their hands and get better hygiene, which would fought off COVID, and it removed the necessity for them to go to communal wells and interact with other people, which was a way that they were spreading COVID. They are waiting for approval to start back putting wells into the ground and water into the homes. But at this point, they are putting tanks on the home property. People then take the water into their house themselves. At the pace that they're going at, they expect to have 170 additional homes with water either in the home or on their property by the spring of 2023. And so that's what they're doing with our money.
Awesome.
Your time.
All right. Anybody have any questions for Mark? I'll translate you. All right, I guess we're good. So Paula and John are going to get started, and
All right, thanks.
thanks, Mark.
It's a good place to stand.
You're fine right now.
Okay. Happy Tutu to all of you. That's 2023. One of the issues that we've had putting together programs for the year is sometimes people sign up and then they wither away. And so at the last minute, we're left hanging with some vacancies. So when that happens, I look around the room and I find my wife standing there, and she would be happy to present something for the fifth. So that's today. So I hope you bear with us. We're going to do something different than we've done before. As you know, we've had animal rescue here. We've had a few lunches and recess are over, so now we're going to just do meetings. So if you know anybody that sounds interesting, let us know so we can fill in some of these gaps. This is not an easy job, arranging these folks and then having them bail on us, but we do have a full schedule now coming up for January. Today's program is a little different in that Paula and I have been working on personality types for years, 20 years, you might say, in a variety of different formats, mostly in team building. So today, in the interest of getting to know each other a little bit better and to work better as a group, we got this program set up for you that basically looks at your interaction styles. Now, some of you might have been through Myers-Briggs type in the past. Some of you shaking your head yes. So if you know Myers-Briggs, this could be easy for you to do also as a little different approach to it by looking at styles only. In this case, we only have 4 styles to look at, and she's going to move you into groups alike, and then work through some issues for Rotary when you're in your group alike situation. That's about it, I want to say, and Paula has done this for years. We've both done it for years. We like it. I did it for 750 people in my last agency, and it was well received. Some people are a little leery of getting to know themselves too much, but I think it's applicable to knowing our spouses better, to knowing each other better. The contacts we have in the world, if you understand people's personality, it opens up doors. So that's what we're going to do.
And I just want to say, so we're segueing back to each of you, and hopefully this is a framework for you to look at the gifts and the natural talents that you have in terms of how you like to work with people, relate with people, interact with people. So there's 4 interaction styles. I'll go through them. I'm going to ask you to self-select, see which one best represents you, and then we'll find out who in the group goes with each of the 4. And then we're going to ask you a couple of questions. So that's what we're going to start off with. So with that, the first interaction style is called chart the course. Now, I'm going to try to put it up here.
I got it right here.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Oh, John, if you hold it, I'll read it out loud. Because you may not be, is that better for you, Sean?
So it's fine. You can turn it so they can read it.
Okay.
You saw it, right, Mark? Yep.
So chart the course. Now, this is the theme of this interaction style is having a course of action to follow, keeping a project on track and on task, having an idea of what's going to happen next, using a plan, moving towards a goal, analyzing and preparing what needs to be done. This is perfect for people that like to organize, that are project managers. Does anybody here right away relate to chart the course? Daryl, okay, wow, great, okay, good. So your table is going to be right here, where Daryl is. Okay, we're going to move this chart over. We can put it right here. So these are the key variables. I'm going to come around with a handout as well for all of these, so you'll have it together. The next style, and notice how the names of the styles kind of give you a clue anyway. The next style, interaction style, is called behind the scenes. The theme of this that people have is getting the best result possible, understanding and working the process for a positive outcome. Value many contributions and inputs, and the goal is to have informed decisions. The aim is to integrate various sources and points of view, and the style that you may notice is direct, quiet, calm, and shows patience. Does anybody relate to this style?
I was okay until I got to the last one.
Okay, Eric. That's great. Oh, so we're gonna move. Oh, okay, it was Jean. It was you two? Great. Brenda, let's put this one back here, this table back there, so you guys will have a place, excuse me, to deliberate. So these are very simple just things, but they kind of get to the heart, if you will. And Aaron is raising a good point. He says, well, this particular thing doesn't relate to me. If the great majority of it does, I suggest that might be true for you. Okay, the next one is called in charge. In charge. These are people whose drive, whose theme is getting things accomplished through other people. They focus on results. They like quick actions and decisions. They have driving energy to lead on time and on track. They hate wasting time. And they notice what isn't working so that they're able to correct and fix it. Anybody identify with this?
I used to.
You used to?
I used to.
Okay. Do you still do it?
That was before I was 80.
Yeah, do you think you
Mark,
have-
I did see your hand. Mike?
Well, I want to see what the fork put in.
You got it, okay. So in charge will be right back there. All right, and the last one, get the last one going.
See those,
No, he's listening. though.
can't see 'em?
He can hear though now.
Okay. The last one says, get things going. The theme for this interaction style is persuading and involving others, thrive as facilitators. They act like catalysts. They inspire people to action. They focus on interaction for participative decisions, upbeat energy and enthusiasm, explore options and possibilities. Anybody identify with this? So there'll be a group of one here. Okay, so here's what we'd like for you to do. John, go ahead and put that down. Go to the table that you think is the best place for you. Pick a spokesperson. What are some really good things about your style? Give us one bad thing about your style. And the number 2 point is, what can you do with your style that you would really enjoy for Rotary? So what do you want to do for Rotary? What do you not want to do for Rotary this year? So we'll give you a few minutes, just a very few minutes to do this, and then you'll come back and report. And we'll need a slide to write down your group and what you guys say. Any questions? Okay, we'll do this quickly. The only one
But it doesn't matter what you want to do, Mark, because you're already stuck. Apparently my little camera works as the microphone. That's the only thing that's working.
That's kind of what I figured out, that if you're close to the microphone, I can hear you, but if they're far away, I can hear them like mumbling, like speaking in the distance.
Yeah, it's the camera that goes on that clicks onto my thing. The microphone itself isn't doing anything. But yeah, this is my little handheld, little camera that clicks on the top of my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I was trying to put it where they were talking. To see if you can hear. But the big microphone's not picking up.
Gotcha.
So that's another project.
Never easy.
No. Do you know which category you fit in?
She didn't mention my category. Just start everything and then give up and quit.
This is funny.
This is interesting.
Yeah. It's kind of hard with you there. I can put you in a group if you want me to take the camera.
No, I'm fine. I'll just watch this. This is interesting. I think observing is perfect.
I'll get one here.
Does everybody have a handout?
I tried to look.
Does everybody have a handout?
Yep, this is,
No.
sharing. We need one more, John. Thank
Now, what are we supposed to do? What's the plan?
Good thing, bad thing.
you. Bad thing.
Okay.
Telling everyone, that's exactly the course of action that we use for the chefs and runs when we introduced it. And that was out of their blue. That project. Now, I'm not working in any way, shape, or form. And I thought that was very, very. That was a good thing because it allows the reason that it's good. Is that it allows us to generate a project from scratch.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
That was what I thought. That process allowed us to generate and have a successful project that has solid all of them. Remember the biggest thing.
Make a note of who's on this.
Running out of time.
Or no, here's what we're doing, here's the assignments, and then she followed up.
Yeah.
Said, did you do what you said you were going to do? Remember, do you remember? She followed up. And she kept it in there.
Yeah, keep it first.
But that was the strength of it. The disadvantage of that,
The bad thing is that it.
Paula,
Yes.
I mean, that's.
question, yeah, maybe.
It's a good thing, but it's a bad thing.
that thing, because I know that we overwork something that we need to do for some of those people that.
Yeah,
right.
Really, Mike Young really was frustrated being a brand new guy, just moved to the area. Did not
Think about
know
us.
the restaurant to his work, did not
I know.
know to lay it flat. And that was.
He was very frustrated, but he still had a plan.
And he did it.
But he did.
Yeah.
And he still with us. That's good.
You know, the table.
How come they apply this?
It's just cute. She needs some help, John.
This allows us.
Are you going to school?
We're doing. Raffles and stuff for time it does. But this process will allow us to come up with an innovative.
Yeah, and you can usually see everything, the whole picture.
And undertake this kind of process.
She wants us to think of her fundraiser.
A particular one.
People like to work for us, right?
Fundraiser.
Well, see, that's the site that gives us an opportunity. We can do silver.
We did that.
Silver Coast.
Yeah,
we did.
at the Brunswick. Brunswick Little Theater.
Yeah, we want others like that.
We want others to
Set aside. Do a program like that.
What do you want to do for Rotary?
Instead of putting all their eggs in one basket, Shalom does that. Shalom puts all their eggs in one basket.
Right.
They put all the seeds in there. That's all they do.
Big money though.
Yeah.
$78,000. But that's the only thing they do.
Well, I don't have to.
Yeah.
3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. Take a spokesperson.
You need to write down who's in the team.
Education is. Children. Food. Rotary is. We haven't had a
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very successful with houses around.
I think this is.
That's fun.
Put that down.
We back when we were interact.
The warning emotions. So we want to establish goals.
With the word on. That's the rest of it.
Yeah, we have this little.
That was one of the nice things that I found about there were people that were there. But they wrote this thing. So it accomplished several.
Put on one project that yes, just make up. Could be anything.
What do you say, Bob?
I was just gonna say, we have another, or if the last one hadn't been interrupted by COVID.
It's my reporter.
We could have capitalized some of those people
Yeah.
that we
Most
just-
people have this very strong personality. Very strong. This way.
So you ready to go?
We are.
Ready to go? You ready to report? Pretty much. Last year. Ready to report? Ready to report? Whatever you have. Okay. Ready to report to the large group?
Yeah.
And you guys are
Go ahead.
all right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
You know what?
Let's do it quick. There you go, Bill.
Okay, could we have everybody's attention? We now passed the hour, so we've got to start with our readouts.
Okay,
Starting with in charge,
that clock is fast.
like 4 minutes.
Well, we got 4 minutes.
Okay, great.
Take it away, in charge. Let's give them our full attention.
Okay. First thing is, what are our weaknesses? We're impatient. And we also do not like to delegate. The problem that creates is we don't get other people involved. We're in charge of them. We can get those type of people because we're not delegating to other people's strengths. What's the next question?
Okay, your strengths, what are you good at?
Well, I think we'll be focused. That's what I would think would be one of those things. All right, this is the goal. We're going to go right first. Focus. So there won't be a lot of vacillation in that. I think that's the strength.
2 last points. What do you want to do for Rotary this year? What do you not want to do?
Create a very specific goals. Week to week, month to month basis. They have to be specific and simple. I mean by like that. Let's talk about the financial. I'll name that. But have 4 or 5 things financially, fundraising. Do those things, concentrate on those things, and ignore everything else that comes along.
Yeah.
People lose sight. Anybody athletic, what do you do best? Do you block and tackle best, ball best, whatever. So let's be real focused on what we do. It can only be 5 things, 4 things, doesn't matter. Let's talk about racing. I think focus.
Yeah.
Last question.
Les, what do you not want to do?
We don't want to go slow. We don't want to waste time. Said like all the time, don't waste my time.
There you go.
Okay, he's done.
Thank you. Let's applaud them for that. Behind the scenes.
With the patient, balanced, easygoing group, and we like to include everybody. Anyway, the good things we think are like everything. We're much more successful, we think, at including everybody, at listening to everybody, and greater buy-in to whatever the one decisions are, because more people get input. We foster participation because nobody's voices drown out the other voices, and so more people feel free to participate. And we feel like the result was more successful for everybody, and we get we possibly get better outcomes because we've included more ideas and more people. Now the bad things are we risk running out of time and not getting a decision and not getting a result. It's not a good thing. It may lose people that are not patient. They just can't put up with it. And it's more difficult to balance. If you think about the democracy, it's more difficult to balance everybody's wishes, including everybody. It's just a much way to get to where you can get. But we think it's worth it.
Not do anything in particular.
I don't know. Any
Well, I think the Rotary is, in my opinion, I've been here a very short period of time, but it's sort of based on this concept of a diverse set of individuals coming together and trying to dialogue a process that ends up with results that betters everyone within the group. So it sort of embodies those principles. The downside is that, sometimes you tend to reevaluate all the time because you look and see if am I doing the right thing at the right time. Things change. You need to react to those changing times and changing situations.
Well, let's show them some appreciation. Did I understand you're the spokesperson?
Yes.
Oh, yes, you did. And short the course here, we thought that good positive things was that allowed generating a unique project from scratch, some particularly new initiative would come out of working like this. And the bad things, well, I'm not sure if I completely understand what I wrote down here. But I required 100% participation from everyone. Then that might not be the best thing for a new project. Okay. Then what to do for Rotary this year? We thought that some project or something that would be an outreach to the community would be a good thing. And what not to do would be to do nothing. No, not work. So that's all the notes I have.
Good job. Good job. Last but not least, here's the group of two.
Selected because we were not only the shortest people. The oldest at the same time.
To your sage's life.
We have the group getting things going. We had Sean, me, and Paula in the small group. Our strengths were, we have, not only are we the most charming and have the ability to persuade people. I took some editorial license on this. But our strengths were getting along with other people and getting them to want to work for us. That's an art form. And so it contrasts to some of the other groups, when they get through with the day, they're happy. They're just happy to be working in our organization, right? Bad things about us. We don't want to be, we want to be more helpful to other people, help them succeed. And we take the back seat. What do we want to do for Rotary? Help choose a sergeant of arms now that we got the new. We want to help with that process, especially Sean is interested in filling another slot. So she will be working with the board to try to get that accomplished. That was the first thing on her mind. What do you not want to do? We don't want to be pushed around by the in charge group. Huh?
Wait. We're not here to say pejorative things.
Okay, retract that. You heard the first one.
We're so good, we've already moved beyond that.
Okay, that's all we have.
Good. Let's hear it, please. Just a couple of points to wrap up. One, it's not personal, it's personality. It's somebody that's different. And the last quote that we have from one of the people in the field, it's not our differences that are problematic, it's our rigidity around those differences. So hopefully we can use this constructively and a lot of great ideas today. So thank you all so much. Very good.
All right, did anybody not buy a ticket? We have no guests. I don't know. The first winner will win the money, the second hole will win a shirt. That's a big one. So, here's the test. Here. Right here, pick the first one.
Oh, I did guess.
Okay, we got this one.
185.
Oh,
I get half, Daryl.
You know what? You were bound to win sooner or later. $16. Okay, pull another one.
Last my hits are 187.
That's Daryl too.
That's been in that closet for 12 years. It's had rats and everything else crawling around it.
It doesn't sound like, smell like lawn.
I washed it yesterday.
Did you?
I did.
Somebody wants a large, they're
All
welcome
right,
to
pick
it.
another number. You'll take it.
Do you want to, no, do you want to?
Nope, you got it.
And the motto?
Oh, yeah.
I know, we're out of here. Don't you like my hairdo? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You're muted.
There it is.
There you go.
If I don't have jury duty Wednesday, I'll be at the meeting.
Say that again.
If I don't have jury duty, I'll be at the meeting.
Okay.
I don't know what my
Well, the last time I went, you had to stay all day anyway. last time I had jury duty in Brunswick County, which was a
Yeah.
first for me. You went to the courthouse and they put you in a room, everybody in a room. And then they took you in to see if they picked you. Then they put you back in the big room and left you there till the next time. I stayed all day.
Cheryl went, and I drove her up because my car was in the shop. I drove her up, called me, and hey, we're breaking for lunch early. I have an hour and a half. I said, let me lunch and I'll come up. And I went up and I had lunch with her. I was getting out of the car. But she said, when we went back in for lunch, they told us all to go home.
I
So,
can believe that.
yeah.
I can believe it. It just kind of depends on how much they got.
Yeah, yeah. So, so yeah, I have an idea for what might be a fundraiser. You have a minute? Or do you want to get?
You can tell me now.
Okay. My sister-in-law, Cheryl's youngest sister, lives in Cape May, New Jersey. Small business. Somebody up there, either the chamber or one of the service clubs, I'm not sure who. And hey, you know, you got a lot of small businesses here. I bet you would love to be able to have a Christmas party for your employees. But you don't have enough people to organize and pay for a Christmas party. Why don't we're gonna have a big Christmas party? You want to go to the Christmas party, you just pay so much a person, and you have a Christmas party like a table for your business. They had a great time. They filled this big catering place. They had music, big party for the people who worked for all the businesses in town.
Huh. That sounds
Now,
interesting.
yeah, and I don't know whether that would be done as a fundraiser. I didn't know whether if Rotary wasn't interested. I thought I might mention it to Karen or something that the chamber would.
Yeah.
I thought Rotary might be able to put that together. We could run it like, run it like, a Christmas party for local businesses who could pay so much, and they might also sponsor, be a sponsor.
Yeah.
So, figure out how much, if it's, $50 a person, but if you pay, actually get a table, or we'll put your name up, or we'll do something, and then maybe
Yeah.
make money on it.
Huh.
I'm gonna talk to my sister-in-law more about how hers went and who ran it. She said she works in like a store, like a candle store or something. There's 3 of them in the store, and they all
Yeah.
to the party.
Huh. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. So
All
I'll
right.
add that to the list and see if I get any other
I'll-
ideas.
The other thing I would like to see us do is a blood drive.
Yes. And I know Leslie and I talked about wanting to do that too, so.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we
All
need to
Have a good week.
do, you too. Well, have
Thanks
fun
a lot.
at next week.
Bye.
Bye.